Hi, my name is Artez. I'm here with my grandma, Dorothy Miller. The date is December 10th, 2025, and we are recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. First question. What have been some of the happiest moments in your life and the saddest?
Okay, the most happiest moments in my life has been when Ron K, your mom, in the hospital, and we just found out that she had a boy for her child, a boy, because we have had so many girls in our family, and I was praying that she would have a boy, and she did. Now, the most saddest time in my life. I think looking back over my life, the most saddest time was when my mom died, because we had grew so close to one another, and we had started calling each other every morning, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. And when she died, I missed that telephone call.
And how did you feel when you missed that telephone call?
I felt sad. It hurt because of the fact I miss hearing her voice. When I looked around, I seen so many things that reminded me of her. And then I started looking at myself, and people told me that I had some of the same mannerism as my mom.
And how you feel when people told you about that?
I felt good in a sense because it made me feel like I had her spirit with me, but also too it deepened my feeling of missing her a lot.
I see. Second question. What has been the biggest influence on your life? What lessons did that person or those people teach you?
The biggest influence on my life was my grandmother and my mother. They both taught me a lot about life. They taught me how to look at myself honestly. They taught me really to depend on God more so than people.
And why you say those two people?
Because they the biggest influence in my life.
Third question. What are the most important lessons you learned in life?
The most important lessons I have learned in life is to be honest, to do not compensate my, how can I put it? Do not trade my integrity for worldly things, or my life lessons, or my personal experience. Do not, how can I put it? My morale, my word, is the most important thing. And do not misuse your word to gain material things, because you will regret it in life.
Mm-hmm. I see. Fourth question. What is your favorite memory of me?
My favorite memory of you. There's a lot. But the funniest thing that comes to mind is because you did it in grammar school, and you have also done it in high school, where you have forgotten to put on a uniform shirt and you went all the way to school and didn't realize that. And and I just cannot understand, how can a person dressing themselves forget to put on their uniform shirt?
Next question. Are there any funny stories your family tells about you that come to mind?
I think the most funniest thing that we talk about is when you're a baby and how you would just fight us when I would try to comb your hair because you had long hair as a baby and I would put them into ponytails. And you would fight me when I was trying to do this. You know, you would not sit still. You squirm all over the place, and it was funny to see you doing that.
How do you feel when I was doing that?
Well, at the time it was a little frustrating because I wanted to get your hair combed, you know. But afterwards it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see you now, and to even think about the fact that that little fat little baby walking around, and see how you are now.
Next question: when in life you have felt most alone?
I felt most alone when I had a serious problem I wanted to talk to. This is after my mom had died. And I really had a serious problem, and I wanted to, because she was the person I went to talk my feelings out, talk through different situations. And when I came across a problem after she had died, I felt totally alone because I didn't have her to talk to.
And how did that make you feel since she passed away?
It made me feel sad, you know. But I had to, even though I still talked to her, I talked to her as if she was still with me physically, you know, because I know that she's with me spiritually. So I still talk to her, but it's not the same because I couldn't get a response back from her. So that made me feel sad in that sense.
I see. Next question: how has your life been different than what you imagined?
I think I would like to have pursued my education. I wanted to get my master's, and I didn't do that. And I felt that if I had pursued that, I would have gone into another avenue in my career that I missed. You know, it's like a dream I didn't reach.
And how do you feel that you didn't reach your dream?
I feel a little, you know, I don't regret what I have done, but I felt that I could have done a lot more if I had pursued my master's. I would have gotten more into the career that I worked in.
I see. Next question: do you have any regrets?
No, I did at one point, but then I realized that it's all part of my learning experience to get to where I'm at, and therefore I learn from those. I don't see them as regrets. You know, I learned from my past. So therefore, I don't have any regrets. You know, I did what I felt was right for me to do. So I'm happy where I'm at. I have you, my grandson, I have my daughter, that both make me very happy.
And how would you feel if you didn't have us?
It's hard to imagine not having you all, but I don't know where my life would. I can't say where my life would have been if I didn't have you all. I don't know if I would have a totally different family, if I would be alone without a family. I don't know. So it's really hard for me to answer that.
Next question. If this was to be our very last conversation, is there anything you want to say to me?
Yes, I would say to you, being a young black male in this world, to pursue your dreams, stay true to yourself, be honest,